cheaper. So you got to be careful who you're blaming in this industry. So some people should get accountability. For example, Grand Design, Riverstone, or whoever is going to have frame flex problem, because they're all going to have frame flex problem because they didn't order the right frame with the right structure, with the right construction, with the right weight that they were going to carry, or blame it on you as a potential owner.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Winter Garden, Florida, about to inspect this 2016 Newmar Dutchstar 4369. We don't know what we're going to find, and neither do you. So stick around. We're going to update you at lunch and the end of the day. We'll see you then. So come on in. Let's see my first glimpse and my stow and go. But here's my first glimpse right there. Look at this. The JBL speaker has broken. I don't know what hit it or what happened, but come on in. So here's the stow and go, right? So I think this is really kind of nice. I can walk directly through here while my husband's driving, and I can get him a cup of coffee. I can fix him lunch, microwave. I even have access to the half bath right here. And I also have access to my refrigerator, both sides, freezer, pantry, and even the bed. Now, the one thing about this too is I could roll over the side of the bed and I could actually go take a shower, which is great. To me, this is a fantastic stow and go. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Is this a great stow and go, or do you not like it?
All right, first glimpse, 4369. It looks pretty nice for a 16. A hint, maybe the older models were born with more proudness, just saying. So of all the three slides, this is the only one that I see a little bit of discrepancy being down a little bit. So we'll check this out when we open it to see if there is really an issue. So that's my first glimpse. But my first glimpse on those, because I'm familiar with those engines and I've been through those before, the first thing that I knew when I opened this is, okay, they're smart. They change fuel filter, they change the belt, 2 brand new belts. So they're trying to, you know, show that they've done stuff and they maintain it. The fluid level look all nice. But there's already a drive shaft down here that I know of, this one, that will drive the belt, that the U-joints are required to be changed. If they knew those engines, that's the first thing they should have caught, I think. But whatever. Hey, that'll be in the report. Those U-joint needs to be changed. So that's a mechanical part here. And what was kind of nice here when we came in, I told Laura, I says, look at all the sign that they put on top of the garage. Jeff, Tim, all of them that have years of experience and their certification written, proud, written up there. So I think that's kind of a nice dealership to be proud of doing things like this. So beautiful side radiator, which I personally like. It'd be nice because it gives you access to fix everything in the back. Listen, it's a 16, so there's a lot of little nick and picks that I know they've seen. They came to do the sniff test, so they've seen this unit and they're happy with it. Remind you, if you don't know, if you don't remember, this is an aircraft pilot with his wife that are purchasing this. He sent her here a week or so ago to do the sniff test. Really important. That's where we're at with this unit. And I just wanted to bring this topic this morning because I had this exchange with somebody not too long ago. And I'd like you to understand the industry here. And now we're not talking about Class A's, we're talking about fifth wheel and travel trailers. Some people will actually not understand the industry and blame some manufacturers. For example, that because I'm proud to have a Grand Design, I'm blaming Lippert that supplied the frame. You got to understand something in the manufacturing world. There's manufacturer, there's suppliers. When you ask a supplier, as a manufacturer, I want to have a trailer. Either it's Lippert, BAL, Roadmaster, whoever builds trailers. You got to understand that they go with your request, your spec. So if you're thinking that Grand Design or Forest River or Riverstone or Keystone, whoever, just take the frame that whoever those supplier manufacture, no they don't. They actually order those frames with their specs. Hey, Lippert or BAL can offer, oh, I got those 2 frames, what do you want to do? Here's the frame for this length trailer, but here's the upgrade of it. Which one do you want? This one will last longer, but this one's cheaper. Where do you think they're going? Cheaper. So you got to be careful who you're blaming in this industry. So some people should get accountability. For example, Grand Design, Riverstone, or whoever is going to have frame flex problem, because they're all going to have frame flex problem because they didn't order the right frame with the right structure, with the right construction, with the right weight that they were going to carry. Or blame it on you as a potential owner that, well, this can haul 2,100 pounds, but they don't tell you, they forget to tell you that this should be laid on a metal sheet of 2,100 pounds that's 40 feet long. Not 1,600 in the front and 500 in the back. That's not what they're saying. They're not explaining to you, and salesmen don't have a clue where the weight distribution went anyway. Well, poor them. They weren't explained either by the trailer manufacturer. What's the weight distribution? For them, it's one platform. So just food for thought. So I just don't like people pointing fingers at some supplier. And we're not promoted by that supplier. I'm just saying, this is a statement that I'm just bringing up for facts of being careful who to point finger at, because sometimes you might be pointing finger at the wrong person. Just saying. Now let's go to work, see what this pans out to be at lunchtime. All right, lunchtime recap. We have people here. Those are owners. I just saw them come in this morning, and that's why he's trying out his system. And I gave him a tip while the guy was walking around. I gave him a tip that my wife typically shares with a lot of people. I went to stop both of them when they were working. I said, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I said, you got a cell phone? He's talking, and you've made him repeat about 3 times so far. Run that by me again? Just put him on the video. So thanks, Lauren, for that. Just saying. So in this unit so far, I have a few things that you were leaving when? That's a good one. I love it. Thank you, Robert Roth. Here's another example. Follow the money. So see, I got hydraulic oil here. So if I go up, I have hydraulic oil coming down. It's nothing. Nothing. It's absolutely nothing. You gotta have it fixed before you leave. All right, I'll try to give you a tip on what to look for sometime. Let's go in the back. When you're in your engine and you're looking, you're wondering, my AC's not working in my cab, when your truck part is working. Not the AC in the RV, the truck part itself. So you come here and try to find something that looks like this. This is called a compressor. See that name, send in, a lot of time it'll be that. So if this clutch, when this is turning, the whole system is turning, if this is not turning with it, you either have low coolant in the system or you got a compressor problem. Bah, that's nothing. You are leaving. You don't need the AC anyway. All right, let's go. You're used to this. We've seen this hundreds of times. So this is what you got to look at. Here's a screw that's coming out, and here's sealant missing. See this? So where do you think the water's going? In there. How's that going to turn out? I got no reading. But people, if you let this go, you will get screwed. Let's go on the other side. We can't get in here. Let's go. So what I liked, and I'm saying this is a 16, so I liked what Newmar used to do. You remember those seamless boxes that we'll see in Phaeton, and we love those because they're one piece. You reduce the risk of water intrusion. These, they used to have at least the box itself. They ended up putting a floor, they ended up putting a roof, but the box itself, as you can see, it was one piece. So it was molded into here. So even if the water, because I know you guys don't check your blade, a lot of you don't, like in the front, for example, what do we do with those? What do we do with those? I feel like I'm a teacher in 5th grade here. Flip your seal around. How's it called? Tuck and roll. You got to unroll those. See, and that's what makes me think of these slider, because they are seamless on the inside, which is cool. So even if you didn't on those, it wouldn't be too bad. But still, if the water puddles in the back, this is still composite or wood kind of stuff. Just saying. That was a nasty finger. That's
Those
what
are disgusting.
That's why my wife is looking at me like, oh, yeah, well, hey, some of us have to work. We're not working in grease, kitchen grease. We're working in grease, dirt outside. All right, so let's go check what Laurel has inside to see if she's got clean hands or not.
So it's lunchtime and we are having a blast, aren't we? Yes, actually, this is an absolutely gorgeous coach. I just had a couple of little things that kind of surprised me when I'm touching, because like we always say, our fingers touch everything. I touch every piece of woodwork, the ceiling, the floors, the walls, and even the mirrors. Yes, the mirrors. The one right here in the kitchen was so loose. It's coming. Look at it flopping. Yeah, not too many step on the brakes and that thing's going to be coming down. But then I go into the bathroom and what do you think I touch? I didn't have to. I looked up and I could see that it looked distorted and the mirror was kind of laying on the lights. I thought, oh, that's not good. And sure enough, when I put my fingers on it, what do you suppose is happening?
So I'm in the bathroom and I noticed that the mirror looked a little distorted, and all I can say is thank goodness for these lights, because these lights are actually preventing this mirror from falling. So as you can see, right, it's going back and forth and laying nicely against the lights. You can see the sticky down the wall there. Yeah, not attached at all.
Happening. Yes, it's not stuck to the wall. So that could be a really big mishap. 7 years of bad luck. Did you know that? 7 years of bad luck if you break a mirror. That's 14 years. You don't want that happening. But other than that, it's just minor, itty-bitty little things like roach hotels. Now, I've not seen a bug, but I want to know, do we put roach hotels everywhere to prevent roaches, or do we put them there to collect the roaches we have? I will say I've not seen a roach, but it's full of the hotels. Other than that, I really don't have a lot to say. I'm really happy so far. You know I've got my water at the end of the day, so stick around. Fingers crossed that we don't have any leaks. We'll see you then.
All right, end of the day recap. Beautiful. See, I got this awning. This is nothing, it's just a door awning, but it has a wicked problem going in and out, and it's kind of a nice story to see it going in and try to figure a way out. They'll have to address this. My roof this morning, I forgot to walk you through this, but I had a couple of places, from vent covers to the brackets that hold those awning. They're weathered. 2016, all of you that have older units, you gotta go up there. This is exactly the normal thing that happens. Did it harm the rest of the box itself? No, not at all. Let's go on the other side. Up here, it's just a thing that I give a comment, because they scraped the front end and that end onto something, maybe a branch or something, so that's just a scuff mark, but I say it, I show it, so that's also part of the report. One of the tab that's on top of one of the slide out that actually locks the slide out when it's in, one of the tab is not coming all the way back up. So what happened is that if the slide out's coming back in and it's really tight on top there in that bulb seal and that tab is up, what do you think is going to happen one day? Either that tab is going to break or something's going to jam. So that's something that needs to be addressed. I've got a lot of little things like I told you, especially in the engine part. Basically, overall in this unit, I feel good and comfortable about the carcass itself, or what you like to call the pretty, where it's beautiful. This is more my problem. So I have this idling pulley that is out of whack. This one down here, I can hear it and I can see it move when the engine is running. The whole engine is skipping. There's something on it, so it's not running smooth like it should. So of all the 450s Cummins that we've done, this is the first one that is not, for me, it's not perfect. And I wouldn't be surprised that Mark, being a pilot, also has this sense of, if we feel a vibration, we don't like it. That's my only thing that holds me up on this engine. Hopefully they can fix it. I'm sure it might be just an injector or something. 30 some odd thousand miles, it's not that much. So it shouldn't be a main engine problem, you know, inside component. I'm sure it's something basic. If they might have changed the fuel filter or didn't, so I don't know. So I don't know how extensive their service was on this unit, but that will be something that needs to be addressed. That's the only thing health-wise for me. The undercarriage of this unit, from suspension to slide out to shock absorber to brakes to everything, seems to be working a-okay. Everything is nice. It's never been scuffed, hurt, bent. It's a pretty pristine unit. And we've tried the heated floor, which we don't care this time of year. I know it's never an excitement when we talk about them, but I've tried it today and it was like, oh, that is so nice. That is so beautiful. Like Laurel said, this is a year older than ours, and it has way more options than ours. It's kind of nice. So food for thoughts. Sometimes the older one are not necessarily the worst one. Look at my wife. She's getting more wise, but she's a great one. I will not trade her for a new one. The hell with that. I'm keeping that one. Just saying. Now that I've got to run away from the camera.
Two 30-year-olds.
Now she's trying to talk. She doesn't realize that nobody hears her. So she's trying to brag. She's trying to brag that she's better than 230 years old. And yeah, she probably is anyway. As you know, we try to remind you, give us a thumbs up. Like it. Share it. And also, all of you out there, inspectors. Yes, I'm talking to you inspectors that ended up this long in the video. See, I'm not trying to annoy the people that are following this. I'm trying to show people that are following that we're actually trying to excel and get better by finding people like you, inspection team, that wants to reach out, to be with us, to get better at what you do, and to enhance your skills and better yourself in what you're looking at and looking for. Go beyond what you were taught and stayed at this level. Try to summarize and go up. Isn't that something you're looking for? So just reach out, go to our website. There's a place on there that says endorse team. So go reach out to us and see if it's something that we could do together, that you can have an interest doing with us. So let us know, give us your comment. On that note, let's go check what Laurel has inside this beauty.
So it's the end of the day, and yes, it's been a day. Listen, guys, I found a lot of little things that would prevent you from leaving right away. Now, when I came in today, the first thing that I saw was the TV was up. Interesting. When I put the televator down, it didn't want to go down. So I kind of gave it a little pat, and then it went down. But this afternoon, when I wanted it to go up, it doesn't go up at all. So there's definitely an issue with the televator. Again, nothing big deal, right? They're going to fix it, but do you want to sit in the waiting room while they're doing that? I did find a little bit of wear and tear on the leather. This is a used coach. It is in immaculate condition. The other thing, this table actually extends, right? And your leaves underneath your bed. They are missing one leaf to the table. They're going to want that, I'm sure, if they have company. But just coming through all the little things that I'm finding, it's not a lot. So coming into the bathroom, I always talk about my water and how I save it at the end of the day. Guess what? No leaks. Yay! But speaking of the shower, we're going to come in here and, you know, did you see this? You see how loose this little handle is? Yes, another thing that they're going to want to have fixed, but at least their shower didn't leak. And as far as the height, it's 6'6" and under, you're going to be just fine. So don't worry about that. If you're a little taller, like our friend Hamilton, well, he needed to get a bigger coach that had a bigger shower because he's super, super duper tall. But other than that, I didn't find any major things. The most that I found would be the darkening and the day shades. There is one master controller. Some of them go down, some of them don't, some of them go back up, some of them don't. It's something they're going to have to figure out. I think, all in all, it's a beautiful coach. And a 2016, wow, it really is beautiful and pristine. So something for you to think about. All your dreams can come true if you want to pursue them. So remember, and do never forget,